I'm Frank Provenzano from the Provenzano Group, and welcome to Homeschool. Today we're going to talk about tree maintenance, and specifically the base or the root of the trees. We spend a lot of time taking care of our lawns here in Texas, but we often neglect these guys, and what happens is when they are installed by the landscapers, they're often installed too deep, and they don't account for the top landscaping, whether it's gravel like this or particularly mulch, which gets piled up in a cone and looks like almost like a mulch volcano, which ultimately is not good for the tree. What you really want to see, and you can take an implement like this if you have trees that are planted into the ground like telephone poles, is you can remove this level of landscaping that accumulates over time, and what you want to see is what's called the root flare, which is sort of the triangular base or the top of the roots. Very important for the tree because the trees need to breathe, and if you don't do that, they will eventually start to suffocate. What you can start to see is the root mass growing up, and that's a bad sign. It's actually growing up towards the tree instead of down in the ground where you want it. If you do see that, you can take some snips and cut any root mass that is growing up. And what you also want to avoid, which typically happens, and it's happened here with our tree, is irrigation that's wrapped too close around the base of the tree. Ideally, you want to spread it out much further towards the drip line and encourage the roots to grow out and healthy away from the tree and solidify that root base. So basically, avoid mulch volcanoes. Think donut instead of volcano, and your trees will be happier for it, and so will you. I'm Frank Provenzano, and that is Homeschool.